Match found.
I am both shield and sword.
Just take a seat. I got this.
Yo, Brimstone, you know the drill. Just show me where to go. Enemy spotted. For you.
Careful now.
Enemy spotted.
Fire's out. Enemy spotted.
Thirty seconds left.
I
10
have
seconds
retrieved the
left.
spike. I have planted the spike.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
That was easy.
You better hide, old man.
I see someone.
Spike planted.
Last player standing.
They will scurry, and then they will die.
Let's get the advantage.
I see someone. Enemy spotted. Healing you.
Last player standing.
Taken out. Ready.
Careful now. Going up. Prepare for hellfire.
For you.
One
No
enemy
charges
remaining.
left. Huh.
30 seconds left. Last player standing. Clutch.
Joke's over. You're dead.
I have the spike.
Spike carrier is killed.
Healer's down. Careful now.
Last player standing.
There can only be one Phoenix. I'm coming for you.
Let's crack him open. Watch this.
Oh, you ain't coming back.
Last player standing.
Careful now. Get out of here. Huh. This is crazy. It feels like we've been doing this forever. Anyone else feel like that? Just me? Okay.
The spike is still in base.
Find their weakness.
Prepare for hellfire! Careful now. Come on, let's go!
Down.
My ultimate's not ready. Going up.
Last player standing.
In the wild, fire means life. You be our fire, Phoenix.
Let's turn this around, squad.
One dead.
have retrieved the spike.
Our spike carrier's down.
Last player standing.
Spike.
The hunt begins.
30 seconds left. Ten seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Cypher, just tell me where they are. I'll do the rest.
Take out their healer. Enemy spotted.
Captain killed.
Enemy spotted.
No charges left. Careful now.
One enemy remaining.
Going up. Got spike.
Last player standing. 30 seconds left. Ten seconds left.
Yeah! Let's bring it back.
Don't get cozy. Enemy spotted.
Shot down.
Where is everyone hiding?
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
Spotted.
See ya.
Careful now. My ultimate's not ready. Going up.
30 seconds left.
Eliminated.
Enemy spotted.
10 seconds left.
Do not fight us.
Y'all better keep up.
Let's fly.
Train hard. Enemy spotted. Yikes.
I am the hunter!
I see someone.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
We crushed them.
Last round before the switch.
We lose our money after this.
Might as well use it.
This is where we win.
Enemy spotted.
Come on, let's go! Prepare for hellfire!
Enemy spotted.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Begins.
One enemy remaining.
Enemy down. Your duty is not over. Point planted. Watch this.
Last player standing.
Good
Switching
work, friends.
sides.
Keep using my vision to your advantage.
We got it this time.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy down.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Spike defused.
Continue to fight. Continue to win.
I must weave my web better. Enemy spotted. Enemy removed.
Spike planted.
Careful now.
Last player standing.
I will quench your eternal flames, Phoenix. Can someone get this?
Let's take at least one down with us.
Careful now. Going up.
Spike planted.
Embarrassing.
Freeze. Enemy spotted.
Opponent killed.
One enemy remaining.
Your duty is not over.
Yo, you can do that too.
Well, let's go.
We can push them back.
No, we can't. Shut the fuck up. I think they're gonna go and try again.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
What are you doing?
Healing you.
One enemy remaining.
I see someone. No one to interrogate.
My power does not end.
It was
Ask for aid, and you shall receive.
Wait, it doesn't do no halftime or anything? Oh wait, it did already. Never mind. Am I bugging? Like I already did halftime.
Need a drop.
Do I have it? I do. I want to know where they're going, so.
Come on, let's go!
I see someone. Enemy spotted.
I think it's like so short now. I realize that.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Enemy spotted.
Prepare for hellfire! Careful now!
Spike planted.
Going up!
We turn to dust.
For you.
One enemy remaining.
I've been waiting for this.
Good. We good.
Oh, Roy Baser,
Last player standing.
I've been waiting for this.
appreciate the ice cream. And the diamond. Happy
Begging your
Friday.
pardon, sir?
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a great Friday yourself. Not doing too bad. Finally got myself. This is my first game back in Valo, so gotta get used to the new map. It's a game changer when you know the map.
Found them.
The hunt begins.
Oh.
Foolish.
There's one at B though.
Where is
Weird.
everyone hiding?
There he is.
I see someone.
Yeah, that guy was just hiding. Oh. Oh.
You will not kill my allies.
When I get my
Last
coffee,
player
my
standing.
breakfast, I should be doing much better.
30 seconds left.
Oh, behind. Yeah, that shouldn't feel too good right there.
Enemies close. Eyes up.
I'll get the Vandal this time. How'd he sneak up on me like that, dude? Like, that dude literally was like walking. I need to just keep my eye.
Into the unknown.
Alright, she can keep an eye out for me.
Enemy spotted.
Okay, that's good. Okay, they want to come in.
Going up.
Enemy spotted.
No more.
Put down.
Last player standing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
If you're not a good shot today, don't worry. There are other ways to be useful.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right about that. They just pushed our shit in there. Right there.
Never lose sight.
I'm hungry. Easy.
Careful now.
That's not good.
Come on, let's go.
Down.
I see someone.
I know exactly where you are.
Spike planted.
Prepare for hellfire!
Last player standing.
Damn it! Came from behind. I needed my teammate next to me.
Revealing area.
It's about teamwork.
Match point.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight demands it.
The fight demands it. The fight demands it. You know what? You guys all go B, right? I'm gonna go A. Sounds good. Like, we're getting our asses kicked too much at A, so can you just go to A? Yeah, no problem.
Take out Cypher's tools.
No fucking problem at all. Yeah.
There they are.
Those sons of bitches! Can I get through here? Oh yeah. Those sons of bitches!
Enemy spotted.
Oh, she put the barrier up there. They going ham, man.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Many enemies spotted.
You're out.
Enemy spotted.
How dare you do what I did to your teammate?
One enemy remaining.
Fuck me, dude.
I had to kill you.
It was unnecessary.
Let us use our sight to our advantage.
Yeah, I try to do that, but doesn't always work out well. Oh yeah, I'm going A now. That's what we're doing.
I'll crush her radiant heart.
Oh yeah.
The hunt begins.
There they are. Watch this!
I see the spike. Where is everyone hiding?
Target down.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Stop.
Together, we will bury them under their transgressions.
We'll bury them under the transgression. Let's go. If you know it, you gotta say M.O. If you know it, you gotta say M.O. I just need to get my breakfast in my belly.
I got you, bruv.
You got me? Alright, cool.
Enemy spotted.
Really?
Silence. I see many people.
No! That bastard got me.
Your duty is not over.
Cage triggered.
They should have dug a deeper grave.
Go to A, bitches. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh,
One
oh,
enemy remaining.
oh.
30 seconds left.
Prepare for hellfire.
Last player standing.
They have enough time? No.
Ten seconds left.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them. Make sure you take advantage.
I'm trying, man.
As one.
Yeah. Yeah.
over. You're dead.
Enemy spotted.
Careful now.
You will
on,
not
let's
kill
go.
my allies.
One enemy remaining.
There can only be one hero.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Sudden death.
Oh. Oh.
Keep it up.
Oh.
We're
Oh.
up and they're on us.
Alright, that's the last of the monies. Damn, our teammate doing bad over there. We gotta use that sniper the whole time.
Let's push him out.
Let's end this.
Found them. Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted. Reloading.
Enemy spotted.
Your fault.
Removed. I see someone.
Careful now.
I see someone.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
My ultimate is ready. Wipes clean.
Defenders win.
Oh yeah. First game back. I already got it. W. And they tag me in group. Jeez. Damn. Nah. Oh wait. I want to unlock some people. Agents. I thought it gave me a free character or something, right? Oh, yeah, to unlock free agents, how much I need? Oh, I need that much, okay. It's good I have the new agent now. Reina. But I like my Raz, cause she's a bad girl. She knows how to party. What's Spike Rush? First round to 4 wins? Damn. This is like quick stuff. I might actually like it. That's cool. I'm going to have all of these. Yes.
Match found.
Oh, my food's about to get here. It's not good. I just picked someone unimportant.
Cool. Let's go.
What hope do these criaturas have? I almost pity them.
Spike planted.
I see someone. No hard feelings.
Okay.
Last player standing.
No charges left. No charges left.
So they just give you like random guns and shit. Oh, there's no buy phase. Just you just go in there and just try to kill. This is some shit. That'd be fun. That was my second drink at. These fucking people, man. I'm gonna fucking go crazy, man. Damn it! We gotta die so quickly for.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
What's this?
Damn it, dude.
Last round in the half.
Reloading.
An Odin? The hell am I gonna do with an Odin, dude?
Okay, let's get set up.
Come on, let's go!
Enemy spotted.
Nowhere to run!
Nope, not working on me, baby.
The hunt begins.
Multiple enemies ahead.
One enemy remaining. "30 seconds left. Flawless.
You guys are so much better than my last team.
Okay.
Switching sides.
We back in it now.
Oh, we all got this spike? That's funny.
That Sova's mine.
The Sova's mine. That Sova is mine. Your butt cheeks are mine. I don't think they put anything in this coffee either. Yeah.
I see someone.
Oh shit, I got the K on me. No!
Retired.
We'll do everything that'll be okay.
Planted the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Enemy spotted.
Flawless.
My mark.
Uh-huh.
Miserable criaturas.
They're on the back foot. Let's deliver another blow.
It's kinda cool, we all got the bomb.
Let's knock them down.
Dead.
Foolish.
How would they make them skins? You know what I'm saying?
Planted.
My school skin for ass. All those shits. Damn!
Last player standing.
Almost had that.
Match point.
That monk thinks she's an angel. Let's clip her wings.
Zuma, zuma, room, room, zuma, zuma, room, room, zuma, zuma, room, room.
Kid, time to fly.
Nowhere to run!
Oh wow, we're all just dying over here, huh?
They will cover!
On my mark.
No charges left.
Prepare for hellfire!
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
No!
Planted.
Defenders win.
Damn it. Damn it. We could have won that. People jit me off, man. boy the Noid. Thank you for the host. Appreciate it, brother. Going the whole time moving around for nothing. Oh, Genka with the 3 ice cream. Thank you. Really appreciate it, brother. Ooh. Oh, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate it. Star Trek pick art. This looks like a really nice. Is it a movie or? It's a TV show. Oh shit! I'm about to get my geek on. Star Trek. Let's go. Sorry, I'm watching the Twitch trials right now for Valorant. They're doing the Europe servers right now. I gotta boom. Switch it up a little bit, you know. Waiting for you. I don't know if I should show this, but. Give me a login for.
The last thing you should have to worry about right now is having enough toilet paper. Please know we're working around the clock to get you more Charmin. Stay safe.
Chef's Quest is back. Still free, now with multiplayer. Travel to Planet Bezoik, Zorch evil Flemoids, or your friends, and open a whole bunch of doors. Chef's Quest, download on Steam today.
Losing, so they really need to win this game if they have any chance of making it through to the quarterfinals tomorrow.
Yeah, they need to step it up here. I'm quite surprised. Mithrane's generally been pretty good. It seems like a lot of the fans... Okay, I've got to ask. I know there's a lot of Turkish fans watching right now. Who's better, WTCN's team or Rip's team or Mithrane's team? I think they're the main three that I know from Turkish teams, but I don't know which one has the better roster there. If you're
Team
looking at this,
Anomaly.
I want to see also Zonix, Gobbi, Nuki. So it's going to be quite a good game, but this could be hard then for Mithrane. I was hoping he had a decent roster, but if he's not got the best players there, that might be a bit trickier now.
I have just noticed as well, Pago lost his first game in Group D, something we thought perhaps was going to be a very difficult group, with Orb's team there, with WTCN and with Pago, but seeing him lose early on is a little bit of a surprise to me.
Well, I mean, there's got to be a winner and there's got to be a loser, right? That's how it works.
Thank you,
I'm not sure who they won against. I could find it, but it would take me a little bit of time to look it up. But yeah, I mean, it's that group I talked about earlier on before we even started the second group stage here for EU number 2, is that group seems very difficult. You have the likes of Orb's team in there with Emilio, Devil Walk, Jadish, and Safe. You also have WTCN's team in there, as Panzer talked about from PUBG. Then you also have Safori's team in there. It's a very difficult group, I'd say. But you only need to get top 2 to move through into the playoffs, so they still have a chance.
I did just check; it was WTCN that they lost.
There you go.
So yeah, perhaps a little bit less surprising. But up next we have Mithrane versus Nuki. Nuki winning their first round game. Mithrane losing. Looks like we're going to be on Haven once again, unfortunately, guys. But
Forever Haven.
Maybe we'll see something new. Maybe we'll...
No.
One day. Playoffs, right? Because doesn't Ascent come into play in playoffs?
I mean, it does in semifinals. Semifinals are best of 3.
Semifinals, there we go.
There was actually an Ascent game played, because I saw Team Cyanide losing in some clips, but we didn't have that on stream, unfortunately.
We got plenty of games that come up these next 2 days. I'm not worried. We'll see it eventually.
And also just a reminder, obviously, because there's so many games going on right now. If you're, if we haven't been able to catch one of your favorite streamers, games yet, all of them are streaming.
Yeah.
So if you want to check in on WTCN or Lothar or Orb, all of these guys will be streaming. So we'll watch the game that stood out to us. I wanted to see how the German team were looking with Nuki and Zonix and Gobbi, and obviously Mithrane as well. But again, every single one of these players is streaming, so if there's maybe a player that you like from previous games, or maybe you like their playstyle, always check out their streams. It's why Twitch Rivals is cool. You get to kind of head over and see what they're actually like, what their communities are like, so it's pretty awesome.
When do we get to stream our point of view when casting Twitch Rivals, so people who want to watch us cast can watch?
Is that not what they're doing? If they watch this
But
channel?
not our points of view.
I mean, my point of view is just your faces and then the gameplay.
It's true.
If they want us to be eating some almonds, that's allowed.
My logic hasn't seemed to work out for me there. But yeah, no, obviously go check them all out. There's tons of players, and we're not even done after this because we still have so many other tournaments going on around the world. I believe tomorrow will be followed up by the Brazilian show, so make sure to tune into that one. That's going to be exciting, honestly. Brazil, when it comes to esports, I remember I was there for Intel Extreme Masters League of Legends tournament in 2012.
Sounds like a dead game to me.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
2012, 2013, and there was a team there. I can't remember. I think it was Ping Gaming, I want to say. And they beat a Korean team, and there was only a crowd of 100 people because we couldn't let in more people in this area. We were limited by chairs. And they were honestly louder than some stadiums I've been in that have had 10,000 people in it. They live and breathe esports, and I definitely think this is a region you're going to have to watch out for.
I'm trying to remember that. I think it might have been Nugent, but it's a long time ago, obviously.
It could have been, honestly.
Thank you for sort of covering some of the host duties there, though, Jason Kaplan. That was very kind of you, just talking about the other teams and the other groups that we have playing. I wasn't quite sure where you were going with the let's stream from our own perspectives, but I think we're going to get on into the game in just a moment's time. So we've thankfully bridged enough time to get on into the game. There we are, Haven, look at it, Haven. I'm still very interested into the lore behind Valorant because why are there floating cities? Why are there places floating in the sky?
Well, after what's going on in the U.S., 2 years from now, that's probably where we'll be.
Social distancing. I get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
That's a good point, yeah. Not bad. But no, so we see right now it looks like we're having a Reyna, a Raze, a Sage, And it looks like Nuki's gonna be the one to pick up the Reyna, and Pan's gonna be the one on the race. So I'm curious how they're gonna use Reyna when it comes to Haven, because again, we've been kind of hit or miss what we've seen so far. But we do have a Jet on the other side, and I know Pans, you're a big fan of this. It's just whether or not Gosedam can use the operator or not.
Pretty much, that's it, right? It's like if you are gonna come into this and be a good AWPer, hell yeah. Show me what you got, right? Prove me wrong, and I'm always happy to be proven wrong. It's more fun to see that. The other fun concept for me is that we've got God B playing, right? And this guy is one of those tactical minds. He's one of the guys out there who's, you know, he's studious in the way he approaches games. He really works out the kind of technical aspect. Now the problem is, you know, I don't know how much time he's had with this. I don't know how much he's played, how much he's put in. So this is gonna be super fun. Very good mind in any sort of FPS game. So I wonder how he's gonna apply that here. He does have some experienced players. You know, Nuki I was watching play I think just yesterday. Zonix is in this as well. So yeah, this should be good fun. And obviously I want to see how well Mythrain does. The guy's got a big name, big following, big audience. So he's got to step up and show what he can do here.
And also, Gabi does know this is a family show, which is great, in my opinion. We are going for a little bit of play, it looks like, over towards A. They had some early aggression, which they spotted out, and the member has actually retreated back in towards site. We do have 2 Cyphers on both sides. We have 2 Brimstones. We do have 2 Sages. And then the big change, I guess, is obviously the Rays we talked about and the Jets. We'll see how they do play out over the course of this match. It looks like they do want to commit towards this A side hit, however.
I guess having the Jet over the Rays just gives you that a little bit more utility. As we said, with the smokes now lasting 7 seconds, you can hold a site just a little bit longer or get onto a site a little bit better. But the push comes out as Godv pushes up on towards A. Gonna try and put the wall down, but doesn't get down in time. Nuki's gonna answer with a kill of his own. It's a 3v3, one sitting just at the back of the site here as they try and push round onto him. Do get the kill through the wall bang, but Mythrain's gonna open up as well. Gosedam will get one for himself as Nuki falls, and now it's a 1v2. Zonix trying to defend. Smokes off short. Sorry, Link. And looking to see as Gosedam pushes out through hell, and the man goes across towards Team Mythrain.
That round seemed to be due to the one player over towards short, with him just trying to stay alive behind those boxes. Eventually, he was cut off by Pan, but the fact of it allowed his teammates to push in from Link, from the CT side, from the defender side, and catch them both out. Easily gave him that early man advantage and really put things into a downward spiral for the attacking side here of Team Nuki. But we can see they're not really going to invest too much into this round. I think I saw that on the on the board. And we do have obviously Mythrain here trying to hold strong here. Yeah, they just have 1 ghost picked up.
Was that double Marshall on Mythrain's side?
Well, I mean, this round is good, right? But
it's not a bad idea.
The 3rd round is the one I'm worried about. I mean, you typically don't buy armor round 2 if you lose the 1st round, so it hits you for enough to kill you in the initial body shot. But going into round 3, like, it's gonna be kind of wasted weapons, isn't it? Unless you can get the tag and back away.
The one thing is they might get overwhelmed here, but apparently not. Gosedam has just locked down 2, pushing through from connector in towards C. Close range with the scout, that's pretty good work, because the theory was right from Nuki's squad, right? That was a good idea. That's a good shot, but as said, the idea was right, but you don't expect someone to bang out 2 of those shots pretty close quarters. So nicely handled with the sheriff. I mean, that was not sheriff, the marshal. It was pretty impressive. So well done to them, making it work. And we have to see how this buy holds up, see what they can redo on this one, because they might be stuck on a bit of an awkward purchase.
Actually looks like Gosedam is just straight up upgraded. He's gone for the op instead of sitting on that Marshall, so it makes it a lot easier. And we could see what Pansy has always been looking for, a good Jet opper. It's very possible.
There's a few. Is he getting aggressive?
Yes.
Hell yeah, this is what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
I think I just broke my wrist for him with how quickly he snapped to Gabi and then turned around and used the, I believe it was the tailwind there to escape. Zonix gonna respawn in the meantime though. That was actually to someone getting aggressive towards C. Mythrain gonna get caught out, so they lose the Brimstone. They lose those smokes for a potential retake if it gets to that point. So that early man advantage that Gosedam gave them was, well, pretty much nullified now. Them losing one of their own. And I like that jump spot on Issei right there, just to spot a player in towards long. Not really often you're going to hit those shots if you're attacking into it. And it does give you the early info. I mean, obviously he has his camera, but I guess he wants to save it for a little bit later into the round. Looks like the hit's going to be going over towards the A side. They baited him in, it almost seems. His Cypher has backed away. Nissa going to peek around the corner now. The paint shields have been thrown in. The Cyber Cage as well to block off his vision. And it's perfectly well placed. No way to spot a single player around the corner of it. And we're going into the afterplant situation. Now look at Zonix actually. He's going to be pushing out. He's going to be one looking like to potentially get aggressive towards the backhand side. But Nissa and BYFC able to get the first 2 kills. Zonix quickly been pulled back in towards the side. And Rax trying to play around his Cyber Cage. He gets the first. He backs away as well. Trying to play in towards Hell. And Zonix is there to help protect him. They lose the operator. Now it's Lunatex, much by himself against 2 and with no HP.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult for him to hit these shots. That Incendiary has just locked him into this corner. There's a trap wire right in front of him as well. I think he might just be looking to save this Vandal and back away. As the spike explodes, we'll see the first round of the half going to Team Nuki.
That was close though. That was very, very close. The pressure towards that CT once they got into A was pretty hard to get around as well. You can hear Gob having a little chat there as well. I love this start though. That's what I love to see. You know, people again, defensive sided aggression, always good. It can make a big difference here. But yeah, Rax playing very well on the Cypher too, so that could be a fun prospect to keep our eyes on going forward. But 2-1. It's too early to tell anything yet. I think we've seen good things from both sides, but the money now for Mythrain and the guys, not looking so hot. So they're going to have to try and make something happen on a very weak buy. And this is where you can get a bit aggressive. Again, I like what the Jet's doing on the defense. Go say damn, it's just straight up mid, walking around. Now, on the other side, it might be interesting to see how they read this, because these guys are doing a default, Jason. They're kind of split across the map, but they've got good territory gained.
Seems like they almost want to hope they can get gifted an aim battle here. Hands gonna take down Issei. That was over towards short, I guess, in the connector at the A site. So even with the man advantage, they're not rushing things through. Again, they're taking their time. There's a minute left on the board. There's no need to commit towards one direction just yet. And already a big kill coming through. That Blade Storm being used by Go Say Damn, who is going to have 3 players knocking on his front door. Not going to have a chance, though, as Nuki takes his head clean off. And we should see the spike planted here. And honestly, a very tough retake coming in for Mythrain if they want to go for it.
I mean, B-site, you always have a few more options to try and get into, but you're running on an eco, you're trying to push through double doors right now, and Mythrain is just gunned down because you can see how well spread out Nuki is as a team, right? Like, they're covering every angle, they're making sure no one gets in here safely. BYFC's trying to get some kills with that Frenzy, but just can't hit the shots against the Phantom. So really, if you're a Mythrain here, all you're looking at is trying to get a kill here or there, maybe even just saving this Vandal once again for the next round. See if you can get a gun away from Team Nuki.
Should be safe. I believe there is a spy cam right around the corner from Lunatex. I believe it's on Nuki's side, but he might be pushing from long at the same moment. There's gonna be the trap wire now dismantled, and well, he's not gonna hit the shots, unfortunately. Pan's able to get that. They get the full clean wipe, and now put themselves tied up at 2 apiece.
Der auf den Spot hatte Ulti gezogen. Jet hat keine Waffe.
I can almost understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, he said something about the ultimate from Jet.
I've only lived here almost 8 years, but you know, my German's getting there.
I mean, like, Valorant German isn't like traditional German, right? It's like when I listen to German casters for League of Legends, every now and again there's just the League of Legends term thrown in there. So it's
yeah.
Like, oh yes, das ist die Fountain. It's like, well, I'm saying that's the fountain. Okay. It's like, it's always fun to
OSC Dragon.
You guys are nailing it. Slow creep towards middle. Attacking side do have, I think, 3 players as a pack. So this could be a big kind of, it's a contact piece, so they need to go soon. Outdone, though. That was a big pickup, good trade back from Rax. And Rax has been kind of a quiet builder, but he's been doing very well for himself.
Yeah, the Empress was used too, so that's been an ultimate netting absolutely nothing. Mythrain does take down Rax, speaking of him. They pulled a lot of the defenders away from CNA towards the B site. But it seems like the spike's gonna be heading back towards A. There's still gonna be 2 trap wires and the camera there to defend, and it all comes down to pretty much Cypher here. Is the boombot going to be used? He's going to have an opportunity here with the operator. He's got to be careful. There's the first shot. Zonix going to fall. He's just going to look to retweet. Try to play for the full retake as they have the man advantage.
Oh, that camera's in such a good spot just to give total awareness of where Team Mythrain are on. Where Team Nuki are on this push. The showstopper coming out, not finding its mark. Nissa is going to push through this wall. Of course, less health on those Sage walls since patch 1.0 came in. they're still able to hold just for the moment. The push into heaven's coming out. Jets jumping forward, but they just step straight into the crosshairs. Gobalante and Pan cleaning up on site.
Why is Gabi so good at like anything he touches, Pansy?
I don't know. It's not fair, right? It's not fair. No one else gets to be that good across the board, but here we are. 2-3, good scoreline still. I'm happy to be seeing this. I want more close games. I want games that are evenly matched, potentially. That's kind of fun for me. I know it doesn't necessarily look like it. Like, sometimes you get the kind of craziest moments when you're watching kind of more one-sided games because you can get away with more, but this is good. Like, this is what the game's about. This is actually a potentially competitive game. Nice work from Gob there in the end. Now, let's look at what the scenario we come into this is. Pan's already got a pick, so you're going to be seeing Raze picking that up. Running with it for now on the attacking side, a little bit unorthodox, but we do see a weaker purchase coming in for the defending team. They only have, pistols, shotguns, very limited amount to play with, so they're going to have to try and apply that the best they can. And obviously, there's a big hole in the defense here, straight up towards B.
Right up Main Street, and this should be the spike being planted as Sage is going to make their way through. BYFC going to get caught on the rotate around behind, and Nook is going to take down Mithrin as he pushes through. He did get himself one kill, though, luckily. It's still down to now the 1-on-4, and it looks like Lintax is not really going to have a chance here with the Sheriff.
That's a defeationist attitude if I've ever heard one.
I think we've also noticed like a little bit of different style when it comes to defending here on Haven at the A site. From the earlier matches we had, teams like to push out long A and go for the initial peak and then play off of that. We typically never saw them go towards short. And I guess the reason behind that is you're pushing into an angle where they're already going to be having the line on you, like the drop on you. But it hasn't worked out so far. We've seen Cypher, I think, get caught out once or twice now from that position. But they do have Ghost Dam on the operator, and he's going to be the one towards A. So they've actually, I guess, rotated positions around to depend on him to go for this early control.
I think Haven is one of those maps where double op is a little bit more acceptable, in my opinion, because you've got C long and A long to look down. Usually, I'd say you really only want one op. Maybe Ascent you could play double op as well, but we've seen Gose Dam hitting some of these shots. Nisse doing the same as Gobvi falls. Pan just about able to take off the head, boosted up there on the wall, and now they're going to push forward. With that Brimstone not coming down as well. It's going to take a while for Gose Dam to be able to get all the way across here, but Lunatic...
Oh, it could have been so good.
Almost. Lunataxi almost able to get it. BYFC now sitting at the back of the site. A couple of smokes going to cut off his line of sight. Zonic's still spraying down C along. Gose Dam is slowly starting to rotate across here, but they haven't yet committed. Team Nookie's still holding that spike down at the bottom of C along. They could decide to go somewhere else. They're actually going to bring Nisse back here. BYFC sacrifices his own life to do it. And now the push really comes out as Rax has killed Mithrain. And Nisse is going to fall for the second time in the round. It's all on Gose Dam to try and do something on this site. But he's holding an op, and I'm not sure he wants to try and step into 4 players and give up that economy.
Yes, I've already got one hunting for it. That's the thing. You've already got one person having a little look around now. Whether or not they find him, yet to be seen. But yeah, the double operator... I know it can be viable. Obviously it can be, but then when you're playing against someone like God B and CS boys, they know how to counter that. You do one site hit, done. You get your smokes up, you're good, right? It's the team you don't do it against, and obviously they exploit that pretty handedly.
They were born into the double op setups. They know how to deal with it from birth. I mean, that's what we see in CS. Just overrun a lot of the maps at the moment. Thinking about like your trains, you typically always see these double op setups coming through. I mean, they're so expensive though in a game like Valorant. Again, as we mentioned before, the cap of money. Oh no, he lost the operator to the spike explosion. That's unfortunate.
It's about sending a message, guys, and the message there is he didn't understand positioning.
Feels bad, dude. That's a feels bad, man. We move on. We shake it off. You wiggle the mouse around, and you're just like, "Yep, not happy. Let's crack on." 5-2. Again, the German squad doing nicely here. It feels a very nothing too flashy is what I'm seeing. Essentially, it's go through the basics, go through the motions, and another pick. Where's Pan getting these from? At the start of each round, could we check in on those operators? I'd love to see if they're going for aggressive picks. If Pan's up for those fights, and they're reading the game well, that'd be really cool. Now, there is a jet up close and personal here. Now, what gun do they have? None. They threw their gun?
I thought it was a knife. That was his weapon there. It looked
I didn't see a gun, so I was like, what have they done? Did they try and fake a, I don't know, a flash in Counter-Strike?
I don't think it works as well, unfortunately, in Valorant. I mean, again, they get caught out getting aggressive towards short, and Team Nuki's just been prepared for it almost every single round at the moment. But it looks like basically an eco for them. Just some like maybe base pistols bought up, as we did see the Sheriff there. They're going to continue to push out, but you can see Rax is already weighing that trap wire is going to be there too. It's not going to catch out someone, but when they destroy it, they're going to know. Actually, it does catch out the Cypher. And Luntak's going to get the kill, so they're able to rescue at least one weapon. Though the spike's already planted, and they do lose the weapon on top of that.
Yeah, Luntak's trying to hit some long-range shots with this Sheriff. They're pushing up on him. You don't really need to deny a Sheriff. Like, yes, getting the kill is great and all, but
it's about sending a message, medic.
It is, but do you want to like push up into this sort? Okay, well you can there because Sonics has the flank. Should look at the mini.
Never doubt Gobby. All right, when he says to do something, you do it. You just fall in line, you know.
I like how Nuki has in-ears, by the way. I mean, you see in CS with like soundproof headphones, all the players will have in-ears, which is like the headset that goes in your ear, if you guys are unfamiliar.
Earphones is what we call them.
That as well. Yeah. But he's using it too to obviously like kind of replicate the experience he's grown up with when playing Counter-Strike, that competitive like sense.
This is just comfy.
That too.
I can never get on with a long enough wire.
You can get wire extensions.
Does that not mess with audio fidelity?
I play League of Legends. Where sound is coming from doesn't matter that much.
Absolutely right. Okay, let's keep it going. So we've got defense-sided aggression, Jason. We've got this mid-push coming out. It's hype!
Yeah, Empress going for, or Empress being used by Luntax. He's gonna run out with it eventually. He needs to get a frag to make it worth it, and unfortunately the spray's not gonna work. Gobalante gets the kill, and Pan again. It seems like every single round, Pan's gonna be good for one with the operator. And as quick as this round started, we're basically down to the 5-on-3 in favor of Team Nuki. I mean, it is an attack-sided map, but at the same rate, it looks like the rounds that Team Nuki has won have just been so clean and so dominating.
They're just crisp, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, you know, watching this compared to the other games, everything's like a calculated risk. They're just, the one time we watch Pan, he doesn't hit the shot.
Told you, commentator's curse right here.
Goddamn.
Gobby actually deciding to get the eco res off there as well. Nisse still hitting shots as Nuki gets taken down on B. Nisse will then get responded from Rax, who was hiding behind the gong, and now it's all on BYFC to try and do something in this round. But with the spike down and with some pretty strong defense already sitting on B, I'm not sure he'll want to go for it. He is starting to step forward to the site. See if he can perhaps find a position on this spike. He's going to get flanked through double doors. You can see Gobby there pushing up into that window. BYFC is going to wall off mid, but he doesn't realize they're coming from behind. Get out the knife, Gobby. Get it out.
No. Gobby, he is calm. He is calculated. He does not go for knives. This man just wins rounds.
I've been waiting for this.
Like everyone else might panic. They were like, oh, what's going on?
Mr. Bean,
No,
thank you for the
Gobby,
ice cream.
Cool,
I
calm,
appreciate
under
it.
pressure, does not care. He's the German machine, you know?
Well, he's currently at 7 kills, but that's pretty much just because he's been playing so well and playing around his teammates. Hasn't put himself. I mean, that's what we can talk about, right? Is like I mentioned earlier, the different stages we've seen. Like Link, he likes to be kind of self-sufficient, be aggressive, look for those flanks coming through. Gobby seems to play more as, I guess, the team. You know, plays around his teammates a little bit more. So he plays the Sage more of a supporting style. And that kind of seems to be fitting to the way Gobby played Counter-Strike at the same time.
Pan there sitting in the smoke at the top of mid window. You can see the slow rotation coming out from Team Nuki. They're looking over towards their A site. The spike's still sitting just at the bottom of A lobby right now. Gose Dam has popped the Blade Storm to see if perhaps he can hit some heads with those knives, because they are on an eco. So basically, having a free AR off your ultimate is pretty helpful in this sort of situation. They're slowly pushing up A short now. Nisei, could have been great. Could have been great. I love a Bucky gamer. Updraft being used, but Ghosted Dan was not looking behind him. Orbital Strike's going to get popped as well as Nookie gets into hell. Second orbital. Look, do we not have enough fire on the map right now? These guys are just bringing down all the nukes they can, but Nookie's in a very strong position.
Look at that plant.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that too often, actually.
No.
Like right up towards
I guess
hell.
it's good for long. Can you see it from short? I'm trying to think of where you can see that from. That's nice, though. That's very unique. It's super open as well.
The Sheriff's trying to push through. Gonna be gifted the first shot, but again, the spam just comes through a little bit too strong. They've got the rifles to deal with. Mythrain, though, on site. Can't quite connect shots either, unfortunately. And now be 8-2. And yeah, I think that's honestly the first time I've seen the spike planted there.
That's really... But this is why we love God B, right? This is it.
Do you not
Man's
think
a
it's
creative genius.
Brimstone ult would have stopped him planting anywhere else on the map?
No.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Potentially, yeah. Of course it was, but no, I don't know. I do want to see more creative plant spots too. Like, if there's a lineup for that, is there something they could work with? Again, that could be quite cool. You know, you're just a cynic. You know, that's it.
Look, I don't have the experience of God
Is
being
it the boring thing
a
instead?
player, right? If Faker did something like that, I'd be like, hey, he's obviously thought that through. Not just he couldn't go anywhere else because he was getting ulted.
This game is arguably the most reactive game there is currently when it comes to FPS games, from speaking to higher end people, so it might be that. You know what I mean? Like, literally. But again, someone like Gob has been one of the most creative players when you look historically. So, you know, as we're feeling a very one-sided game medic, we try and kind of characterize some of the happenings by making them seem more interesting than they are, because currently it's 8-2. And we have to give it a little bit of punch, you know, you gotta zhuzh it up a little bit. So that's what we're doing. Little zhuzh.
I mean, I'm just sitting over here enjoying my Charge Berry Blast of Mountain Dew game fuels, so you guys keep talking all you want.
Did you know that's proven to improve accuracy and alertness and has a resealable lid and a non-slip grip?
That is true, and when you're playing a sweaty right now, as some of these people are, you need that non-slip grip.
Yep.
And if you don't want to, you know, make sure not lose that carbonation, just reseal that bad boy up.
Definitely can. Also,
can.
Oh wow. Okay. Interesting to see that the spike has been planted in a more default position this time. Obviously, Godby bringing out a new strategy from last round. Sitting behind the boxes there on A's site. One sitting down in hell. Pan looking for the shot. Misses. Ghosted Down's going to take out Godby. We see a giant fall on A's site. Pan still looking for these shots. That's wall bangable. That's wall bangable, mate. Just shoot them through the wall. Zonix here stepping up through the slow. We'll catch out Ghosted Down as he tries to get onto the site, and now it's a 1v2 situation, but Lintaxi actually is going to heal himself back up. Starts up the plant, hits one, look for the second, going to get that healing back up, actually using the Devour portion. No, it wasn't the Devour.
No, the Dismiss
portion. Yep.
Try to survive the explosion, maybe.
I don't know why he didn't use Devour, though. That felt a little bit... Could have healed up.
I think he tried diffusing through the Dismiss. I don't know if that actually works, or if it does, that's pretty insane. Because I
don't think it does, because you become intangible, which means you can't interact with anything on the map, right? So
then why can Ghost push things over in my apartment?
That's me.
All right. Well, stop watching me walk around naked then. So 9-2. Or keep watching.
Why are you the weirdest factor of this?
You should have known
so
this.
far?
We've literally cast together for like 7 years. You knew this about me.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I can hear that disappointment in her voice. Lintax's actually been able to do relatively well, I'd say, on the Reyna. Again, getting aggressive in towards middle. We typically haven't seen too much in the mid department with getting aggressive. Uses that Leer to get around the corner, but Rax again able to get the first. Gobalante going to be there for the second, even goes for the res. Obviously the last round here of the half, and it looks like we might see 10-2 in favor of Team Nookie.
I think that's a fair assessment. I think that so far it's been you know, very much a mix against a very not established but very well drilled team. They've got the fundamentals down, and it's something that you can expect from these players. they will understand the fundamentals, you know, like it's second nature. They don't have to think about it, they'll just do it. It's a bit of a difference, and that's one of the big advantages that CS players will still have in this game for a little bit of time. The fundamentals to this sort of approach and this sort of mentality that comes along with it, you're gonna just kind of have them having the easier time of it, where obviously players can catch up, they can, you know, learn these things, and it can become as quick as the others, but for now, they have certainly wrapped up the first half 10-2. Big statement, and were the first 2 rounds pistol rounds? Yeah, so every single gun round has gone the way of the German boys, so good to see, because we haven't seen much of them throughout these Switch Rivals tournaments. We haven't seen a good German squad come through yet, so I'm happy to see them playing well.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think what I really like to see as well is the spread of kills on Team Nuki's side, right? Like, no one is 20 fragging, no one's really topping the charts and having other people not carry their weight. It's pretty even across the board, you know, only 4 kills between all of them, so it's great to see a team that is coordinated and can play as a squad rather than 5 people just winning aim battles.
Real quick, by the way, production, I don't know if you're listening, but if you are, if this game wraps up quickly, which it might do, could we jump in the WTC?
Which it might do.
Going on? I mean, it's 10-2. You know what? I'm just.
We were 10-2 on Split last game.
Oh, that's true. We were.
Okay. All right, we're being real here, but if that's the case, could we do that? I don't know if we can. That'd be really cool if we could, but we'll see if that is actually what's gonna happen.
I like watching the WTCM game would be good fun as well after this. So, but currently Nisei with his ghost. To see if he can step up through a short. Instead, they're going to be forced away. And actually, there's a lot of space free in mid here for Mithrain's team. If they can get up there quickly, they could get control of B site, but rotation's already coming out from God B. Mithrain's going to hit the Lear to stop that flash from happening, and Gose Dam is there as well, but he's going to get taken out by Nuki. And now they're pushing onto the site with the rest of the defenders converging on it about as quickly as they can. The wall comes up, but everyone's just stepping straight into the crosshairs of Nuki. That's 1, that's 2, that's not quite 3 as he has to reload, but there's the 3rd. 4 kills in the round for Nuki, and the spike will be defused.
So what were you saying was a scoreline in that last one or something? There was a point about a comeback, right? Is what you were saying?
Sorry, I was taking another swig at my Mountain Dew game fuel here. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I kind of agreed. Like, the 10-2 we're seeing here, or saw here, isn't quite like the 10-2 we saw on Split. Especially
Raining again, Shema, Windows, BRB.
Yeah, it got really dark really quickly here, so...
You need to close your windows as well. It's sunny
now. Well, see, I leave my windows half open, and I'm not in the angle of wind blowing it in, I don't think.
Nice. Yeah, I have, like, the top of my windows open, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Sort of European style. So.
Oh, just like whistling now. It's very windy. But 11-2, Team Nuki looking to take their 2nd win here of the group stage, which almost guarantees them a spot into the playoffs. The top 2 teams from each group will move on. So, looking very good to secure that spot. And Mithrain, well, 0-2. I mean, I guess there's still technically a way you can come back from that, depending on how the other results have gone, but you don't want to put your fate in someone else's hands. And they need to start getting some rounds now. Mithrain can open things up. Pan picks around the corner, gets 1. But again, you only have the Ghost, it seemed, trying to save it for the Operator. But the rest of the team going to be looking to push in now, as they do look to get the spike down.
That is the objective of playing attackers on any map in Valorant right now. But Zonic's going to step forward onto the site. Doesn't take either of them down. Nuki will get 1 as BYFC falls, but Nisei is still on the site here. Nuki's going to win that battle and will defuse the spike. Had a good couple of rounds. 7 kills in the last 2.
Oh, that was a horror show, right? Oh, get out of her mouth. That's so weird. They actually gave her teeth, like in the back of her mouth for the model. I like the use of dismiss, by the way, dropping down from window, because you obviously take damage if you do that, unless you jump in towards the box on the left-hand side. So it actually mitigates some damage, and it also doesn't give away a sound cue of dropping out a window, which I think is why the Cypher wasn't expecting him to be around the corner.
Oh, that's actually really smart. I hadn't thought of that.
All right, match point. It's time for this one to kind of pick up. Yeah, 12-2. This has been a very clean affair for the German side. They've kind of proven to be the better squad here. I think that's kind of fair to say. Sadly for the other team, you know, they are on the receiving end. Mithrain not able to make a count in this one. I'm hoping that we get to see maybe that WTC end game if that's a closer matter. But right now, Nuki and Pan lighting it up. They're making pretty light work of this so far. That mid control, the aggression, trying to get up there, get the job done.
Well, what a way to end it with a showstopper and a game stopper here. Team Nookie take the victory at 13-2 and will guarantee themselves a spot into the playoffs coming up tomorrow. But they still have another match come up today, as well as Mythrain. They still have a chance potentially within their group. Not sure what the results are necessarily from the other matches that have happened, but cool to see, you know, to kind of get a check-in, especially for Pan, someone that, you know, I knew about, or I mean, when we did ESL Pro League back in the day. And it looks like we are going to be catching over to the WTC end game here, which is currently 9-5. I'm trying to get my head around in whose favor.
It's not actually a WTC end game. It's Exile versus what's Izuku. Isaac, yeah, Isaac's team.
Okay.
Apparently the WTC end game is not close, so we're gonna jump onto the Isaac game as soon as we can.
You ruin all my fun.
I try to, you know. My stream had also actually frozen there for a second, so I was wondering why we were just looking at the defeat screen continuously. But we're going to jump on into it. I know you and I we cast Isaac playing the beta tournament, Pansy, and they did pretty well. Izuku. Never quite sure how to pronounce that name.
I've been told before, and I just say Isaac.
Isaac, okay.
So,
is it?
I know it's Izuku Boars though, so you know what?
They're actually the Forden Boars at the moment, apparently. Renamed.
Probably his team.
Yes,
I'm gonna make the wild assumption.
Well, we're gonna jump on into the action. 9-6. We're playing on Bind.
Ooh, new map.
Well, it's not the new map. We've seen Bind before, but it looks like Team XL actually ahead.
Why are you annoying me?
Yeah, it's not me for once.
It's been a long day already, Pansy.
Want me to make it longer? Want me to make this trickier for you?
No, because Jason will cover for me.
You're putting me through this too.
Yeah, so the CIS squad was pretty impressive when we watched them. Obviously, the other German team with Chris Brexico and Co. did Brexico and Co. Turned it around in the end though. They brought it back pretty close. But yeah, we'll see how this one looks in regards to that. Shao, definitely a standout player. Definitely kind of caught our attention as well.
And Angel too, another player we have to talk about. I mean, we could obviously talk for days about his history when it comes to playing competitively. But when we saw him on Split, he was able to do a lot of work when it came down towards middle. But the spike hasn't planted, using that barrier orb to create a wall to hide behind. A lot of sky smokes down as well as they're trying to clear out Bass at the same moment. You can see lamps. I think that was a fault line going down, and Patatek able to get himself quick two-piece, but unfortunately, two-piece won't be enough to help close this one out as it comes down to the 1-on-2. Exile up against the last two players, trying to go for the defuse here. He's been spotted out, and yeah, I mean, you can see the money there quickly. He's just gonna have to save this weapon.
Keep the gun. Make sure that you can get through. I don't actually know exactly how the economy is going for Team Exile. I'd like if we can. We don't have spec. We don't have spec, do we? So we won't be able to see exactly what's going on. But Isaac with another round gets it to 7-9, and you're going to be able to fall by. They've actually got a couple of ultimates as well: the Brim, the Sage, and the Raze ults. To no ultimates on the side of Team Exile. So have another round probably in the bag here.
They're just toying with us, like hitting the scoreboard for a split second. There we go.
It's super low. It's like 2,500 across the board for Team Exile, I think.
We're also not seeing any Reyna. I think this is the first game today out of I think like the 6 we've spectated where we're not seeing her. So I guess just trying to go for the standard kind of style. I know Isaac did play yesterday on Ascent, so they know about the new map. And look at this, Shao and Angel already able, just with pistols alone, to get the first 2 frags. Not sure if they're able to rescue the weapons just yet, as I believe those are over towards short. And even Angel able to get another. So this is looking not too bad for the defenders here for Exile Show.
Yeah, really good for them right now. It could be that 10th round of the game. You can see Isaac here sitting at the bottom of Link. Kill goes down as PHR gets 1 into A short, and now in a 3v2 situation. We'll see if Isaac can push forward. Has the orbital strike if he wants to clear out lamps. The recon dart will spot out anyone holding that close left angle. Orbital strike would be really good right now into that lamps if you want to clear out that one player, but they decide against it. I'm going to use the L drone instead.
I mean, time is a major factor here too, because the closer it gets down to them planting with a few seconds remaining, that defensive orbital strike can just be plopped directly on top of where they're planting and completely cancel out that round. So they're going to have to pick up the pace here. They should know it's going to be available, even a resurrection available for the other side. But I think the B site should be relatively free. As you can see, a Cypher cam being used for a split second. The last two of the three Sky Smokes being thrown in towards the site. The res will come through on the Shao. And now with 14 seconds left, they're trying to go for the plant. There's the orbital strike. They're going to delay for time here. Luckily, they should have still time left remaining, though, after this does fade away, but not too much left. 6 seconds left. He's lost out on a teammate, and that's going to do it. I think that was an eco round here out of the defenders. An Exhaust Show able to take the round with 4 remaining.
Yeah, we're just trying to get a good idea of what's going on with these guys, how they like to play, what their approach is, you know, how's it going overall, because we're just jumping in. So this is kind of just us kind of watching it with you guys, really. This is just, you know, viewing a match. But as said, I'm looking at the setup they have. Yeah, did we see them play Reyna last time, the CIS team? I don't think they did.
No, I don't think they did.
Okay, so maybe just not feeling comfortable on it yet, maybe not having that comfort pick of her, or knowing how they want to kind of play that in the roster, and that's completely fair. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. No early contact being seen by the CIS team. You can see Angel kind of leaning over a little early, gonna put a bit of utility down towards that B site. And you know what? I love streamers. I love watching their streams, but casting off a stream when they hide their minimap because of stream snipers really sucks. Yep. Just a heads up for you guys at home, really sucks for us. Angel, you're great at this game. You're great at a lot of games. I hate where your webcam is right now.
But you suck at webcam placement.
Here's a quick debate. I've seen a lot of streamers still using the rotating camera that only shows about half. I mean, whoa, okay. 7 SSK and Shao just took 4 kills right down A short. That was pretty disgusting. But yeah, I don't like the cam that rotates. I want to see the entire map if I can at any given time. Would you guys agree with that?
I agree. I mean, actually, I agree and disagree. I feel like looking at the minimap has gotten me killed way more times than it's been helpful. Because my eyes always tend to go in that direction to watch where other people are looking and to watch if they see anyone.
I mean, have you seen Hiko's stream when he's got that eye tracker on?
Oh yeah.
He's looking at that minimap so much. So you know what? That's perfectly fine. So if you guys haven't seen it, by the way, he puts an eye tracker on that kind of shows you where he's looking. It's super good to watch, just to get an idea of how much time he actually spends looking around. It's really good fun actually. But yeah, I'm the same. I am often finding myself looking at the minimap, but information is key.
Especially in if you're solo queuing or something where no one is communicating with you. I need to see where my teammates are dying, so I know where I'm going to get killed from. I think that's the important reason I look at the minimap most of the time. Are we going to see a slow attack here as the Owl drone comes out, is spotted by the camera, and we'll see if the push comes onto B site. But that cam is in a very good position. You've got double trap wires down as well, so it makes it very hard to actually get onto this site. And I wonder, with the rotation coming out from Angel, whether we'll see that push actually go onto B, or whether A will be the attack from the attacking side. There we are. Oh, Shao hits a great shot to pad detect. The wall comes down. They're going to try and get that plant behind the wall. Showstopper now Pop goes back into cover, but can't quite find the shot. Sova just peeking his head over the wall. The wall is almost down as they continue to push on to the side. It's a 5v4, but with the spike down and the wall down, it's a pretty good defensive situation for the attacking side. However, PHR has already fallen, and now the kills rattle on through. As soon as that wall goes down, it becomes so easy for Artist and crew to clean up the fight.
I wish I'd seen a little bit more innovation from the Polish squad, because I remember seeing them before, or an idea of this. I think that site hit is fine, the standard wall, 2 smokes, but I want to see a little bit of another level to it. That next edge, understanding that retake. Obviously, it's quite tricky. The CIS team is very aware of that, and now you're put down to this predicament. But I just mean overall as well. I'd love to see a little bit more adaptation off the back of it. We know how that looks now, so let's try and step it up that next level. Let's try and have a look here. Let's have a look at what Neeks is up to. Nice keyboard there. Did you see that? That was kind of nice.
I didn't. I was
Is it the pink one?
It was white with a neonish sort of look to it. It was beautiful.
Sorry. Appreciate the host. Watching the
things that we pick up on after 5 hours
Every
of
time on
casting
YouTube.
Valorant
Look
in a
at
row.
their bedrooms, right? Angel's got a nice couch.
I think that's a living room. I don't think that's a bedroom.
True. That does make sense. I don't really.
Although every room is a living room, apart from a morgue. good round though for the attackers, right? But Artis is going to start getting a couple of kills. Has a really good flank position, boosting up with his own wall to spot over this wall that was put down. He's in a 1v2. And that white neon keyboard that Pansy is so in love with once again makes its way to the fore. We're going to watch Artis try and...
It's not even this one, but it's a nice one.
Okay. Well, not nice enough.
Oh.
Saju kills Artis. Sage on Sage action for you.
I mean, now I'm just watching their webcams the entire time, looking for this keyboard you talked about, because you really built it up for me.
I know, I want to see it again. But also, just if you guys are asking, after WTCM, we would like to watch the game, but they won it. So we jumped into another one. That's the kind of problem. So we can't really do much about that. And
we try and show the closer games if we can. So we have one selected, and then if another game's still going on, we try and show ones that are close rather than WCCN stomping someone.
And if they're that good, we'll see them in the semi-finals.
Exactly. All the more reason to come back tomorrow.
Easy peasy.
Well, let's see. Again, back to that kind of set piece, you want to see like a whole nother level to it. I was also surprised to not see them maybe try to go for any utility bait. Like that was just completely straight push in, like both teams with full utility minus the Cypher with the Cyber cages down towards B, and I think the camera was still there. But it looks like it just seems to be the game plan. Just drag it out, wait for the last few seconds, go for that full commitment. And then actually the defenders haven't even gone for really any aggressive plays. You can see Raze trying to push up towards B window, trying to watch out and towards that short position. But I would almost put my money back on this this A site yet again. I mean, they're able to get the spike down, but just came down to the after plant situation.
Recon dot was used into bathrooms. The smoke here down A short to try and block off some of that vision that the Cypher camera does give. Now, quite a few players sitting here on A for Team Exile. They're trying to get the boost up onto the box, or at least over there so they can spot if anyone is pushing up short, but not going to actually see anyone as the spike goes down on B. Shao gets Isaac. Neeks is going to take him out, though, and now we're going to see how this retake really works. It's a 4v4 situation. Run it back has been used by the Phoenix. Yeah, as you said, they only have 10 seconds left. Have to get this plant down as soon as possible. The Phoenix going to pop all the way back onto the run it back, but the Molly's going to get one. The spike is being planted, but you really can't do that. No time left, and the game goes over to Team Exile.
Well, great job. I mean, we didn't get to see too much of the early starts of it, but well done here by Team Exile. Show able to get another victory under their belts. Again, Angel, one of the leading ways into this, playing on his Brimstone, but again, like they committed for the full like A defense and then ended up going towards the B side, but they flanked in perfectly and they delayed long enough for that spike to go down the last few seconds and just to pick them out before it could be fully planted.
I believe
that was actually very well played.
I do actually believe we have Nookie standing by for an interview. Hopefully this time we can do more than just thumbs up, thumbs down. But let's see if we can get him in. Nookie, are you there?
I'm there, yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent, great, mate. How is your game? Are you feeling good after your first couple of games in the group?
We played pretty well compared to the games we had. Like we got pretty much stomped in a lot of games in the unrated matches we had. And today and yesterday we played some customs, and that went better. But it's pretty rough. Like a lot of teams play pretty aggressive in these games, and when you come to the competitive games we just played right now, it was like a different feeling. Like people played more reserved, so it's a completely different game. But it went well for us.
And I'm right in thinking you're 2-0 in your group right now, right?
Yes, we won both games pretty high.
Okay, so you're very likely going through to the quarterfinals. Is there any team in any of the other groups that you are scared of or nervous of facing in the quarterfinals?
Well, you should never be nervous. You should play competitive. You should have
Nicholas,
respect.
your mic's open.
But I think, like, I've seen the Turkish guys with Para and Mitred. What's called Mitras, I think it's called. They are really good, and but there are some other teams as well. So it will be tough in the quarters anyway, whoever you face probably.
I mean, obviously, especially with it being best of one. I'm going to ask a little bit about Ascent and Reyna. You know, we've only had a few days with Reyna as the new agent and with Ascent as the new map. we haven't really seen that much Ascent, but we've seen a lot of Reyna. How do you feel that she fits into the current meta that we're seeing in the tournament?
I'm actually the Reyna player on our team, so I like her.
That's why I asked.
I don't think she's OP as I see in some of the threads. Maybe in the when you just play solo queue in the lower tier games, maybe she can have a lot of impact there. But you have to use her abilities really with your team. Like you can't just use your eye or the flash for yourself most of the times. Like you have to use it for your team, explode with it, regress at some certain positions, and especially on Ascent, for example, on the map, I don't like playing her there. I like playing her on Haven, I like playing her on Split, but I don't like her on Bind and on Ascent. But the map, I really enjoy. I think it gives a great opportunity to have maybe a bit more of the Counter-Strike feeling where I'm coming from. Because Bind is completely different, in my opinion, with the teleports. Haven is really close quarter combats, and Ascent has like more the, I don't know, like a different feeling. It's hard to explain. I think you can be a bit more strategic on it and like have like more a set plan. So I really like and I'm looking forward what teams are trying out on it. Like obviously we only had 3 days time, so we tried a bit. We went over it and checked for some strats you can do, some smoke, some rotations and stuff like this. But it's obvious like this map has so many aspects with the agents, with different things you can do together, combined and so on. So it's really tough to judge like how it all will went down in the end.
That's really interesting, actually. I will see if we get to actually watch some Ascent gameplay. We've yet to see a single map played on it on stream, so hopefully at some point we will. Thank you so much for talking to me. Very kind of you. Good luck in your final game for the day, and we'll see you in the quarterfinals tomorrow. We're going to jump back to me, Pansy, and Jason Kaplan. Thank you so much, my man. Guys, Reyna, very much about how you play with your team. I think that's insightful, but not really a revelation to any of us.
Okay, I'll take that one, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I should have directed it at you. I'm not used to being the person that goes, "Hey, Jason, can you talk, please?" Now.
But I mean, it makes sense. I think there's like very few agents in the game, anyways. You can use pretty much by yourself and expect to be successful. This game is about team play. You know, you have to be able to work around your team, as you mentioned, like the Leer, the flash you have. You can use it yourself for your own like kills, but it's better used as a team aspect. It's like the same thing with the breach. If you're gonna flashpoint something, you want your teammates ready to run around that corner and follow up on it, right? So it makes total sense to play together. But I think she also still has that ability, that kind of mechanic built into her kit, to be that like standout player to snowball into multiple kills if you're left alone to defend a site.
That definitely makes a lot of sense. We'll see if Reyna continues to be dominant through the rest of the tournament. We're going to have a look at the standings from the second EU tournament here in the Valorant Showdown. Team Nookie, as we see.
Oh, hey, what's up, TR? Have you unlocked Reyna? No, not yet. I haven't unlocked it. I still have to unlock Raz.
2-0 themselves, but Isaac.
Right now, I'm just watching the
1-1, so a slightly closer group than perhaps we all expected.
No, I'm just watching the thing.
Everyone in chat loves. They're at 2-0 and do know as
watching
well.
The game.
2-0 in Group C.
I have. Oh, you have. Oh, nice. You like Reyna?
Next, and the winner of that will be going through to the quarterfinals. The loser will get knocked out. So that's a very exciting matchup for us to see.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, and they're two good teams. I'm glad we get to have a little look towards all.
Yeah, you like her? Yeah. Seems a lot of people are liking her. She seems
I think as well that most people looking at this.
She seems like she might be a good character to use.
Team would be the ones to go through, but then to write off Pargo and people like that is short-sighted. So Group D was always going to be one of the tougher groups out there potentially, just because of the players in it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
No, I played like 2 matches. I had some fun on it. Play with the new map and the new playlist.
For Orb, they've got some big names, big Swedish players in there. Counter-Strike legends of their own accord that have been around a while. Devilwalk's only one of them.
You might make it your main? Oh, nice.
Start of CS:GO, and we'll
yeah,
see
like
how he transfers through to this.
Like all I did was get some skins, because I had a whole bunch of money, because I gave back the money that I spent. So I bought these skins here, and
Alongside that, have to remember that Twitch Rivals is partnered with the Mountain Dew Game Fuel, which which is shown to improve accuracy and alertness.
So I have these
and
3
has
skins
a
here.
resealable lid and non-slip.
There's a
to
couple
make sure
skins
you
here.
never spill out on your
Gotta
keyboard
get
by accident.
agents.
You can find out more at gamefuel.com on the internet. For now, we're going to take a short break before we come back with the final game of the day. Don't go anywhere.
How long will you be streaming for? It all depends. Might shoot for a couple hours and take a break, then shoot for a couple more hours.
The last thing you should have to
Yeah, I
worry
put
about
like 2
right now
matches
is
today.
having enough toilet paper. Please know we're working around the clock to get you more charm.
I'll be on later. Let's try if we can
Stay
play
safe.
together. Yeah, no problem. You just let me know when I'm on and stuff. We can play.
That define who he is.
1-1 so far.
Elton.
Let's just enjoy it while we can, huh?
Multi-mommy, quick, I need help.
Yep, on my way.
Dash, we're on the way. Come on, guys, we go.
Gotta take out my laundry.
Quick, the quicker picker upper. A spill? No biggie. Let's go. That's right, chat. You gotta have it to your battle station.
My man. Let's get back into this.
Cover me, cover me. Guys, I'm still knocked over here. Bounty, the quicker picker upper.
Wow, that was intense.
Yeah, talkies are seriously intense. Talkies, face the intensity.
Yeah, I'm gonna need those back.
How about no?
No.
No way.
Come on, no.
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 Only Discover has no annual fee on any card.
The census is a count of everyone living in the United States and 5 U.S. territories. It's taken place every 10 years since 1790. It's mandated by the Constitution, and it helps shape your community's future.
Life is a responsibility. We're here to save each other.
This whole thing, how do I know it's not another game?
We'll find a way forward together. I was up with the captain before.
I recommend it. Brace yourselves. Ready, Admiral? Engage.
Do I like Spike Rush? Yeah. It's not too bad. It's a nice, quick little team deathmatch kind of thing. In case you don't have all day to play, you know.
Gordon Hayward shows his opponents no mercy. No, seriously, he's like ridiculously competitive. Which is why he refuses to play on anything but gamer-grade internet from Xfinity.
Hello and welcome back to the European Valorant Showdown Tournament 2 of the day as we are coming into the final round of games. I'm Medic, I'm joined by Pansy and Jason Kaplan. Jason, like, do you prefer to be called JCap or Cappy Boy or like, because Jason Kaplan is very long. That's 4 syllables, Pansy is 2, Medic is 2. We need to reduce your name down to something.
Should I tell you what my old alias was?
What was it?
If you're complaining about long aliases? Close. You're missing 3 letters at the end. I used to be called but I love you.
Why?
It's a sad story involving an ex-girlfriend. And then I was told to change it by someone, so I ended up changing it just to my name. I just go by Jason Kaplan. I don't like having an alias anymore. There's a professional J-Cap in Call of Duty. There's a Jackson Kaplan in Overwatch. There's a Jeff Kaplan in Overwatch. There's another J Kaplan out there. I can't really be unique anymore, unfortunately. So you can just call me J Cap.
Okay. I've heard that there is a Kaplan donor place in Spandau as well. So I might call you Donor from now on, if that's okay.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's delicious. Actually, we have a little bit of time before we get into this game because apparently one of our players has forgotten his login information after playing 2 games today. So let's talk about Schuhwaffen because I know you guys are massive fans.
Yeah, big fan. Definitely something I enjoy with a coffee.
Coffee or tea, though, right? This is the question.
Tea, I like a biscuit. Tea, I'll go for a biscuit.
Is that like a
little bit of a dink
Are
action. Yes, it's a cookie. It's an American style cookie.
So the problem with saying it's a cookie is cookies tend to be thicker and have ingredients in them. Biscuits tend to be thin. And
yeah, but Americans think of biscuits as like the savory stuff to have with gravy.
Yeah.
So it's we're all screwed.
Those aren't biscuits.
Well, you've been to the U.S., Pansy. Do you like American biscuits?
I love it. There's a couple of spots that I go to that, because it's kind of like a scone, but
savory
with gravy on it.
See,
and
I think
sausage. It's a good time.
Butter
it's
and honey
but
on
good.
it is amazing.
I think I like the gravy more than I like the biscuit.
It's more of a vehicle of the flavor for me, you know.
It's like bread for a sandwich. It's just a vehicle to eat the meat and vegetables and special sauce. So,
but I think we can all agree that in terms of gravy delivery systems, poutine is the best gravy delivery system that you can have.
Never had it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
But it's gravy and chips plus meat. Usually.
I mean, it sounds amazing. I'm just not a big fan of gravy. Well, it depends, because I like the white gravy. Like, my mom makes the best gravy in the world. I swear,
gravy?
You come to California, it's because you have like brown gravy and like white's made with like.
I understand colors. Yes.
And milk. I don't know. It's delicious.
Okay.
It's good.
Is it like bread sauce?
Kind of.
What's bread
It's very similar to bread sauce.
Bread sauce is
it's
like
kind of the
gravy made with
consistency of bread sauce. Yeah. And if you guys are wondering, obviously, I don't know why people have such selective hearing, why we are not watching the game. Someone did forget their login, so we have to take a couple of seconds to get the players ready.
Oh, no. We're delaying the game to talk about
our
choice.
Don't.
To delay it completely. Like, we, as casters, all we like is the sound of our own voices, and we don't want to watch gameplay. Really, I really enjoy when I have to talk for an extra 10-15 minutes every segment, because players have forgotten how to use their logins.
I mean,
I'm trying to help out.
The real question for me is, do you get cheese in the crust when you get a pizza if the option's available?
No.
I do not. I think it can fundamentally kind of offset the balance of pizza. I like
balance
cheese where it's meant to be. Yeah, there's you want the kind of ratio to be correct and the flavor profile to be correct, and then when you add the additional cheese, you can then really hinder the structural kind of composition of a crust there.
I agree.
Then let me ask: do you eat the crust?
Yes. I do. If I have a good dip.
If you said you
cheese
didn't,
herb
doesn't
garlic
cheese
and
or doesn't sauce change the flavor dynamics of the pizza then? Because you don't have to eat the cheesy crust with the pizza. You can just save it as like a cheese.
But my joy in the crust is its crustiness, right? Like I don't want any soft substance. I like.
You can't use the same word as its definition.
I like the crunchiness of a crust. Well, because crust.
I like my pizza because
can
of
be
its
crusty
pizza-ness.
that if it's not a crust.
You like the crunch.
Here is your issue. Crusty is an adjective to describe something that has a crunch and that has a little bit of solidness to it. Just because it is also the noun for the outside of a pizza doesn't mean I can't use it as an adjective.
I didn't say you couldn't.
How did we get here?
It was the Stroopwafel comment. You know, it kind of brought us into pizza now.
I did take, yeah. They're both circular, I guess. But it's anyway.
I like to put my pizza on a coffee to warm it up, and then I eat the pizza.
Stop.
Okay, no. Anyone at home, if you are warming up pizza, don't use a microwave. Frying pan. Put it in a frying pan. Give it a little heat. Yeah, perfect. Don't put any oil in. It's so much better at getting a uniform heat, and it doesn't make it moist in the way that a microwave would. You know, it doesn't make it floppy.
Soggy.
Gives you that crustiness in your crust that you really enjoy. I think we are almost into the game. Thank goodness.
I don't have an oven, so you honestly just gave me a nice life tip.
Yeah, also, why does Germany just lack in some kitchen accoutrements? You know, it's tough out here.
How so?
Well, my apartment doesn't have an oven either.
You don't have ovens?
No. Just the little top.
How big's your fridge? Mine's tiny.
Tiny. Dude, have you seen my apartment? You can see my fridge. It's
I mean,
there.
I could literally walk
live
to
in a
your place
shoebox.
in 2 minutes and come up on your webcam and say hi to everyone if I really wanted to.
You do live down the road,
Yeah.
to be fair. You do live down the road from me, so it's kind of weird. I mean, if both of our internet goes out, you know, it's something local. So, you know, it's a problem.
I have an oven and a fridge. I do not have a microwave, but that's a personal choice.
Do you have a toaster?
Nah.
I don't have a toaster because I don't like. Well, I love toast.
Oh.
So I love toast, but it's too carb heavy.
That's one way to stay on the diet.
Like it's like I can't have a toaster because I would just eat toast all the time.
Toast with some peanut butter on top?
See, here's the thing. If it's brown bread, you put savory on it. If it's white bread, that's dessert. That's your nice little extra
To be
snack.
fair, Germans know their bread.
That is
Like,
true.
that's the one thing. They understand bread very well. There is multiple like options. Like I remember just, you know, when I first came here, I was like, you know, just a standard sandwich. No, there's 50 options, and I don't know what any of them are.
Nope, because it's all in German. I don't speak it. Anyway, we're gonna get into the game. We can stop talking about toast.
Do you like Marmite?
I do. I love it.
Good man, good man, good man. That's why I appreciate you. Okay, the Swedish team on our screens. I want to look at Devilwalk. I haven't seen him in this game yet, and I'm excited to see what he can bring. Emilio, also on the screen. Orb there. I mean, Orb's a fun character too to definitely watch. So for me, again, another exciting player. I need to just kind of see what we've got here, see what this team looks like.
Well, my favorite part about Orb is how his forehead just doesn't seem to stop. It turns into like a 6-7 head. So yeah, no, I'm excited to see him as well. It's definitely a team I reached out to and talked to him and how he picked up his roster. And he said he knew Emilio and he actually won a tournament with him already. I think it was the G2 Brawl that they actually won, the first one that was happened. So he decided to stick with them, and then obviously he's kind of teammates with the rest of the people on the team. I believe we should still have Drac in here on the team with Devilwalk, though I didn't see him on the actual roster when he hit the scoreboard button. But either way, both teams 1-1. Winner of this game will go through into the playoffs tomorrow.
Didn't Draken play earlier today in the European Tournament Type 1? He was playing Sova, wasn't he?
Believe so, yeah.
Huh. Okay, so maybe some rosters that change around.
Well, we'll see. Ex-Yiddish, I guess, there, getting a kill on Star, as the spike has been planted on C, and Ake is going to try and get across here, but he's going to be spotted out, and Ex-Yiddish gets his second.
Okay, how are we saying that name?
Jadish?
How are we doing it?
Jadish?
I'm about to say Radish at this point.
I think it's
but
Jadish.
I feel it's like Schnaz or some... Swedish people? Anyone? Help us. Help us how we say it.
Oh, and to correct myself from earlier on, by the way, about Draken, I just didn't read my note correctly. Him, Emilio, Safe, and Jadish did play together on the name Dream Chasers in other Valorant tournaments where they got second place in the Wave Esports Invitational and they went 3-0 in the group stage for the ePulse Valorant Prodigies. So I'm not gonna see him currently playing, but yeah, Devilwalk, I mean, a great guy. I remember him coming into the office and casting some Pro League with us when we were into the finals. I'm really curious to see what he's going to do if he looks to stick around in Valorant, because he's obviously still coaching a professional CSGO team in Godsent. Emilio already able to open up on 2 quick kills as well, and it just quickly come down to a 4-on-2 off the bat.
Yeah, these guys should be experienced players. This is what we're looking at. This should be a good game, a pretty competitive game. Devilwalk going to catch one on the rotate. It's going to quickly pick up the spike and probably head over towards A, and that's a really good shout right now. Completely absconded of players, and there might be a pick. Oh, Safe just looked away. I thought he was actually going to peek back towards window, but for now, this will be a spike plant all day long. And sadly for the other side, it's a bit rough on this. This is not how you imagined it going down.
I mean, the only hope is that Safe is not watching this angle, and SK1 will die, as he was. But I mean, you're playing second round after losing pistols. You kind of expect to lose it. It would be something miraculous for you to win. Getting a kill is good. You know, you get rid of one of those guns. But remember, guys, the winner of this goes through to the quarterfinals tomorrow. The loser will be knocked out. Safe able to just to get the swing round
We
there.
could switch around the UI, by the way. That'd be cool, just so you guys at home, if you're playing along, know it will be Team Orb on the other side. It's a bit of a switcheroo there, just in case you were wondering. Hopefully we can get those switched over for you guys. Just because it's how it goes. But yeah, Safe's looking like a solid addition to this. A safe pair of hands. Yeah, I tried to not say it. I tried to not do that, but here we are. Regardless, fun round coming up. This is the fight back first. Real look as the beeps come on to the minimap. Beep, beep.
I don't really know where we take it from there, I'll be honest. That aggressive push out here from A short. You see Zadish, Jadish. Should we just say Zadish? Gonna get peeked out there by
Some people in
A.
chat saying Zydish.
Zydish?
Zydish is what I'm going for.
Okay, Zydish. We're gonna peek. Orb's gonna fall as well as Wonder Boy picks up Safe. Devil Walk will get the refrag, and now it's a 2v4 situation. As the shot comes in too short, there's the daze, and that's pretty much done for. The spike did go down, so it defused. Another round going over to. Oh, actually, no, sorry. First round going over to the defensive side.
And just to kind of reiterate for you guys, if you're not sure about Pago's team, he is actually good friends with, I think it was Zeke, and he reached out to look for some people to play with. And Zeke, Skix, Ake, and Star have all played in a team since closed beta. They actually came together before one of the biggest Polish tournaments that we've had happen so far within Valorant. And they actually surprised themselves by winning the whole thing and, you know, performing pretty well. So they decided to stick together as a team. They're feeling pretty confident. A lot of them have Fortnite backgrounds, and actually a lot of them played in the Katowice Royale back when I was cast in 2019. But they also haven't played too many games with Pago, so that might be one thing that can kind of hinder them. But though I would imagine they're going to play around him like we saw earlier on with Fish 1, 2, 3 and on screen. But let's see, they're able to get their first round. They're going to need more than this here on the defensive side.
Able to get their first frag in this round. Oh, sorry, Team Pago. Wait, is that still the wrong way around? No, it's the right way around. Right? Like, yeah.
Yes, it's the right way.
Okay. Orb is marshalling here down C long. They've already picked up one kill as the Cypher has fallen, but Orb is going to take the spike across through attacking spawn and maybe look to A because they've already got one kill over there. Safe has used the Empress. He's going to rotate across with his team. Of course, you've got 30 seconds on that to get another kill before it times out. Gives you a huge amount of bonus stats. You know, extra attack speed, shorter reload animations.
You get glowy.
You get super glowy. We all know purple is the best color. Here comes the Recon Dart out onto A, but little drop down there. It's going to put him in a good position. The wall is going to be broken in heaven as Star tries to get a flashpoint out. Be a pretty difficult retake, but it is a 4v5 situation. Team Pago going to push in his 2 through a link. Still unable to find that first kill. The drone coming out as well, and Capitan's going to help SK get the first. The Trapwire comes out, and Devil Walk will take one. Wonder Boy's going to answer, but Shadish and Devil Walk are cleaning this one up as they manage just to clear out the site.
Yeah, so far, that A hit seems to work out pretty well. When they tried to go for that kind of C hit, when they adjusted, didn't really work for them. But that shows that this is a consistent one that could work well. This could be something that they could try and exploit or kind of get into their heads against Pago. I want to see what the answer back is now. Obviously, the buy's going to come out. We do have an operator on Stark, so that could be a fun one. This could be a game changer potentially if they get it in the right place.